I don't get why people don't just leave an abuser. It's obviously horrible, just go already. Rather than victim blaming, let's learn these 5 reasons that victims often feel stuck with their abusers from a licensed therapist and certified trauma professional, and make sure you listen to the last because it is the most important. First, abusers use pervasive patterns of control and manipulation, often involving emotional control and financial control, in order to ensure that you cannot break off from them. Second, the abuser makes the victim feel guilty for whatever the abuser's past wounds are that the victim has nothing to do with, often creating a sense of obligation for the victim to overfunction for the abuser. This avoids accountability for the abuser and also keeps the victim feeling indebted for taking care of the abuser and continuing to suck that life out of them while being harmed. Third, the abuser destroys the social support of the victim. This makes the victim reliant on the abuser for any emotional support and scared of any further isolation that might result from breaking up with their abuser. Fourth, an abusive relationship creates something similar to an addiction to the relationship for the victim. Since the experiences happen in a cycle of abuse, there are alternating phases of control and abuse, and then love bombing and idealization. Since it's happening in a cycle, this creates what is called an intermittent reinforcement ratio schedule. Again, exactly the same as gambling, where the victim is left chasing their losses and seeking that love bombing so they can feel like they're in control and finally feel good and getting on top of something, and then underestimating the power of the loss and then get stuck again chasing those losses. Fifth, and certainly not least, victims are often scared for their lives, and for good reason. The most common time for a victim to be killed by their abuser is while trying to leave or just after leaving their abusive relationship.